What is cloud computing? Most people have heard of cloud computing, but what exactly is it? To sum it up on one sentence, cloud computing is shared communication between multiple computers over one network. The cloud is just a fancy or clever way of saying the internet. One document can be viewed or edited by multiple people from different places. As you can imagine, this has many advantages in the business world. Without having to pass around a hard drive or email all the employees a file, one can just post it on the cloud for all to see. There are many different types of clouds. Public and private clouds round out most common. Public clouds can be viewed by anyone. For example, YouTube is basically a public cloud. Anyone can post a video on the site, and that video can be viewed by anyone with internet connectivity. When someone posts on the site, they are giving anyone viewing it access to their product. The second type of cloud is a private cloud. This is a document that is shared between a private group of people and can only be viewed and sometimes edited between the party members. Some key players in the cloud game are Microsoft, Google, Apple, Intel, Dell, Amazon, Yahoo, and Hewlett-Packard. Anyone can use these services for free or a fee to the company. All these companies have cloud-based services for the public to use. They also do cloud networking among themselves. As you can see, there are pros and cons to the system. The cost to use the system is minimal. That is always the first and most important part in business. It is easy to use and can be used anywhere. Business partners across the globe can have access to the same document all at once. As with all pros, there must be cons. Security is the largest problem the cloud has to face. It is unfortunately easy enough for someone to hack into a cloud or even corrupt it. How does cloud computing work? To understand how cloud computing works, imagine that the cloud consists of back and front end layers. The front end layers are the ones you see and interact with. When you access your email on Gmail, for example, you are using software running on the front end of the cloud. The same is true when you access your Facebook account. The back end consists of the hardware and the software architecture that fuels the interface you see on the front end. Because the computers are set up to work together, the applications can take advantage of all the cloud computing power as if they were running on one particular machine. In a cloud computing system, there's a significant workload shift. Local computers no longer have to do all the heavy lifting when it comes to running applications. The network of computers that make up the cloud handles them instead. The only thing the user's computer needs to be able to run is the cloud computing system interface software, which can be as simple as a web browser, and the cloud's network takes care of the rest. The information is then stored on physical servers maintained and controlled by a cloud computing provider, such as Apple in regards to iCloud. As a user, you access your stored information on the cloud via the internet. By using cloud storage, you don't have to store the information on your own hard drive. Instead, you can access it from any location and download it onto any device of your choice, including laptops, tablets, or smartphones. Moreover, you can also edit files such as Word documents or PowerPoint presentations simultaneously with other users, making it easier to work away from the office. What is the history of cloud computing? The idea of cloud computing has been around for some time now, dating back to the 1960s, when John McCarthy said computation may someday be organized as a utility. In 1969, J.C.R. Licklider, who was responsible for enabling the development of ARPANET, introduced the idea of an intergalactic computer network. The idea was for everyone to be interconnected and accessing programs and data from anywhere on the planet. In 1970, ARPANET transformed itself into the Internet. One of the biggest milestones that made cloud computing as we know it today was in 1999, when Salesforce.com launched. It pioneered the concept of delivering enterprise applications via a simple website. Salesforce was at the forefront of mainstream software delivering applications over the internet. The next big breakthrough came from Amazon when they launched Amazon Web Service in 2006. This was a collection of remote computing services that together make up a cloud computing platform. The other big milestone came in 2008 when Eucalyptus, a software developing company, became the first open source AWS API-compatible platform for developing private cloud computing. During the same time, Google and others started to offer browser-based enterprise applications. The year 2011 truly made a mark for cloud computing when a large number of startups were founded. That meant cloud computing was the future and here to stay. What are the important issues about cloud computing? Cloud computing is thought to be a cheaper and more effective solution that will replace the client-server standard. The shift in this technology may result in the loss of control over data, as well as new security and privacy issues. Who uses cloud computing? Everyone uses clouding, including government agencies, individuals, as well as private and public organizations. Are you traveling for business? That's no issue. You can take all of your important documents with you everywhere you go. All of your devices sync up when using cloud computing. What does cloud computing hold for the future? In the future, cloud computing will have a much more secure way of verifying identities, which in turn will give people more confidence in the security of their information. Centralized data will make it easier for big companies to create large databases. Mobile devices will rely more on cloud services. This will allow designers to build better and more optimal mobile devices. These devices will decrease in cost as these changes are made. Technology is in the hands of everyone with cloud computing.